Bet you guys didn't think I used to make videos like that. There's a more extended cut that's out there, so if anyone wants to see that, let me know. Anyways, let's talk about a toy.
Hey, that's a Transformer.
Damn, boy!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the ShinDMG YouTube channel, where today we look a little different. Shut up, I'm trying to keep a theme to this thing, and today the crossover streak continues. Is this just gonna be my niche now? Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about the Mandalorian Transformers crossover. Now this isn't Star Wars' first outing when it comes to Transformers. Long ago, in a Toys R Us far, far away, when Revenge of the Sith was first released, Star Wars was crossing over with everything for brand collabs, from M&Ms to Transformers, you name it, and it probably had some sort of merch with Star Wars at the time. But when they tackled Transformers back then, I remember the quality, well, sucking butt.
Like a bantha, yes?
A little while ago to coincide with Season 3 of The Mandalorian, which... oh, you make me angry. Not even the Jack Black and Lizzo episode. I actually thought it was a highlight. But the whole season in general, it was a little... uninspired. Let's see if this figure is just as much of a letdown. The box art here shows us the figure in a big ol' window and has some sort of Star Wars tech going up and down the sides, which is pretty cool. Getting this figure out of the box here, and for some reason it was packaged in its ship mode, which isn't something that you see a whole lot of with Transformers. I was sad to see the Razor Crest go in the show, but when this modification of a Naboo starfighter was showcased and he blitzed through the same iconic places the pod race took place, I was on board. And this is a faithful and solid recreation of that design. Nothing feels like it's gonna fall apart here. Everything is tabbed in perfectly. And the starfighter is only enhanced by the included accessories. Let's get this stand set up here, which features the Mandalorian's crest. I think there's a piece I'm supposed to have here that was close. After some assembly here, you have a pretty decent stand, followed up by, oh my! I've never seen so many effect parts. Some for the boosters and some for the blasters. Every accessory that's included can be used here in the vehicle mode, including the robot's little blaster, which you can just tab on the side here and whoop-de-doo. We have one little bit of posability here in this mode with an opening hatch here, which we'll talk about more soon. Overall, this mode honestly couldn't be better. Zero complaints. But how does the robot mode hold up? Well, to start, let's take off the back end here and assemble this little pram for Baby Yoda. If you had a figure, which I don't, I have this little Gashapon Ultraman figure, which fits snugly inside. Now let's transform this thing. As far as looks go, this mode makes me happy. From the design of the helmet to the alternate mode parts still being visible in the chest here, I'm honestly shocked at how much I like this design. There's this kind of Iron Giant vibe going on here that I can't help but like a little bit, though the transformation to get here wasn't very enjoyable. Those accessories before also come in handy, starting off with the stand. It can be used not only as a shield for Mando, but also as a cape. He has two blasters, one is great and the other sucks. Let's start off positive though. This little blaster here looks great. Not only do the blast effect parts work with it, but also when not in use, it can be stored in this little holster here on the side. But the ugly stepsister here is the tail from the alternate mode. It folds up to become a blaster, which, okay. Whatever. The blast effect parts also work with it, but I never want to use it because in order to have the figure use it, you have to flip up this grip here, which is just way too loose and takes numerous tries just to get it to stay in the hand. Okay, are we done being negative? Nope. Also no. Also, how does it pose? We have a soft ratcheting forward and back along with a pivot at the ankle, bend at the knee, swivel at the lower leg, a hinge and swivel at the upper leg allowing for an excellent, followed up by a... oh god, I was doing so good. Yeah, the swivel at the waist was really loose, not the biggest fan of that. A full 360 with a hinge at the shoulder, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, and the head is on a ball joint. Besides the horrible tolerance at the waist swivel, this robot mode poses pretty good, able to achieve a variety of action poses, and with the amount of accessories included, this is honestly the best Star Wars Transformer I've played with. And that's not saying much because all of the other ones are genuine garbage. As a whole, it makes up for its shortcomings in its vehicle mode. The Mandalorian Transformers collab gets a 7 out of 10. I picked this up on clearance and, I'm sensing a trend. Hasbro, why are you releasing these at such a ridiculous price just to have them sit on shelves for months until they're clearanced out? You did this with Sonic too. Just release them at this price to begin with and stop scamming your customers. I'll leave a link below to where I picked one of these up if anyone's interested. Alright, so let's interject some positive vibes here. People, I want to tell you about an amazing brand of lightsabers, Sabers Pro. You can get amazing high quality sabers like this one featured in a previous video of mine and so many more. On top of that, you can use my code DMG10 to save 10% on your very own saber today. I'll leave a link below to that as well. With that folks, thank you so much for watching, and now it's time for a little Star Wars therapy. Let's do our best to be positive here. Specifically about the modern era we find ourselves in. The sequel trilogy. Kylo Ren is genuinely an interesting antagonist. Mando Season 1 and 2, a genuine thrill ride. I loved mostly every second. Season 3, I loved the Blade Runner-esque super battle droid chase sequence. Book of Boba Fett, thank you for some genuine good vibes. And prequel level memes. Kenobi, thank you for bringing Hayden back for some heart-wrenching drama. The Acolyte, thank you for Queemir, he's a badass. And for bringing Darth Plagueis to the screen. Skeleton Crew, I have nothing positive to say about you, go f*** yourself. Hey everyone, I just wanted to shine a light on one of my favorite pieces of merch from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. A Camtono replica that's fully functional. You just enter your code here, twist the crank, and it reveals your most precious treasure.
Where is my boyfriend?